It's often used referring to men shoving, I guess, sushi into their mouths. Ku sounds kind of like our chu, and so on. You can go on and on in Japanese. It's kind of like a little game. You can do that between a lot of languages. And so, for example, the words, what is it? Fai in Thai means fire. Kai in Thai means tire. Rim in Thai means rim. All of those things by
Zoe.
And so, you always have those little things.
Zoe.
So if you're looking at all of this tick business,
Hey.
we can assume that between the world's 6,000 languages, there are going to be these accidental resemblances in certain cases. You can look at and you can think, well, there you go.
I co teraz będzie?
That tick or something that sounds a little different, like big
Smack.
or talk or all those other things. Those things one of tens of thousands of words in all of these languages. So how do we know that we're not dealing with a big conglomeration of hikos and yos and taberus and things like that? So it's something that one has to think about. A language can only have so many kinds of syllables in the end. Some languages allow more kinds than others. Some languages have more consonant clusters. Some languages can have more vowels. But there's no language where you can have 16 consonants. There's a limit. And there's no language where you can have 7 vowels just running after each other. There's a certain general template where consonants and vowels kind of do little things together. And there are only so many now can make the clicks expanded, but most languages don't make use of those clicks. So eventually, you're going to coalesce on some
Aha, ktoś znalazł płytę.
That's what you would expect. The issue is whether that happens enough for a pattern to be there. And if we have cases like English and Japanese, which are normal, then the eyeballing strategy, where you're thinking, well, this looks kind of like this, and this looks kind of like that, and it means something kind of like this, the accumulation of this might not be good science.
Chodź, nie, tam do kuchni nie idziemy.
Of linguists
Hej!
argue. But to look a little bit more closely at how these things go, there are also some outright data problems. So, one way of going about this for them is to look at data from hundreds of languages. So to their credit, it is hundreds. They don't just look at 16. Greenberg in particular, as a graduate student, I remember one of the main things that he used to do. He used to see him, he got older and older, but he would always be going to the Green Library, and he would always have a big stack of grammars.
Hey, Zoe!
And that's what he did. That's not something that most linguists today are trained to do or would be inclined to do. Often you'd be looking for a grammar yourself for some project you were doing. It wouldn't be there. And you could almost guess who else would want a description of this language but Greenberg. You could go up to his table and find it in the stack. So these people were diligent, and Merritt Rulin does the same thing. But it's not just a matter of looking at hundreds of languages at a time. These people are responsible. The idea is to look at the proto-languages. So just like with Indo-European